Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day. We're covering Superman 73 and the second story, The Mighty Mite. Yes, it's basically a Superboy story, except he's a little too young, so a super baby, super toddler story. Superman babies this fall. A lot of this story seems to be built around restoring the orphanage part of Superman's origin story, which has definitely not been in the last retelling of Superman's origin. I don't think it was in the one previously to that. It's basically been eliminated because it's really unnecessary. A, it creates a lot of people who should know who Superman is, and B, he doesn't really learn anything from that era. All the important stuff about his origin as a child comes from Ma and Pa Kent, so you can just have Ma and Pa Kent find him immediately, and that solves both problems. But this version wants to restore it, which is not exactly the best idea, but what I do really like about this comic is it has a lovely ending that is very nice to orphans, and about treating orphans well, and probably trying to get you to adopt an orphan maybe one day when you grow up, because it's aimed at children, not adults, though adults are reading it. But essentially, it's the time of the year the local orphanage is supposed to take the kids to see the circus, but the kids are sick and quarantined, so they can't see the circus. So Superman makes a deal with the circus to take things, and he performs in the front lawn as they are watching from the window. And during this reminds him of his time in the orphanage. Now, you might remember that the original orphanage plot was that he was immediately taken to the orphanage. Here, that's not what happened. In fact, Ma and Pa Kent just took him immediately. But while going on a cruise, he falls off, fights a shark. This writer understands what I want, and ends up at an orphanage where, as we usually get in the structure of a Golden Age Superman story, three things happen. He gets sent home, he gets sort of adopted 3 times, and each time it goes very wrong due to his superpowers, not really outing him, though he does have the costume that here is, I believe, the first reference to, at least in the Superman comics. It's possibly been explained in the Superboy comics, haven't been reading those, that the red cape is his baby blanket that they found him wrapped in when he crashed on Earth, not just the baby blanket. So the costume is made by Martha Kent, is what I'm trying to get to. Each time it goes, insane because of his powers. The really big one, the last one, is this guy who exudes toxic masculinity, wants to teach his kid to be brave, except he's way too brave and putting the dad in danger, which seems to give him PTSD by the end of the story. So each time, no one really wants him until Ma and Pa Kent happen to that orphanage and find him. So it's a lovely little ending of a story, as Superman talks about, that, hey, sometimes you don't get found, which is why he does these things for the orphans, because he knows the experience. And from that, I really like the story. It's definitely more of a typical throwaway story, and it's not going to really matter soon, because we're going to get another retelling of his origin story where it's going to completely ignore the orphanage part, will eliminate the orphanage part, because it said it's unnecessary. But this is one of the few stories that does try to make it kind of important, or at least have a beautiful message behind it. So I'm going to stay positive on this story, even if it's just more or less kind of there. Okay, that is it from Superman 73. The Mighty Mite. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when new videos up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover Batman story and other Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And why did the orphanage keep letting him wear his Superman costume? Why is no one recognizing the baby as Superman as he's grown up? Okay, have a great day.